hiring so many graduates, right? Thank you to that beautiful girl who talked about my introduction. She said I'm mentoring close to 8,000 students every year. What do you look for from the students? I want to get placed as early as possible. Right? So if you ask me, Krishna, what is that it takes for you to select somebody into IT? I'm going to put it very simple for all of you. 3 things. Number 1, and the foremost, the most important, attitude. Number 2, communication. Number 3 is your skill set. Same order. Any day you ask, this is what I was able to understand from my last 20 years of experience. Whoever was able to do well in IT, whoever was able to do well with customers, whoever was able to do well in projects, if I do a retrospection on them, what made them to be successful, these 3 are the key features. They are very good in attitude. And you don't have a separate attitude like towards parents. You can't have a separate attitude towards life. You can't have a separate attitude towards college or to learning or to your company. Attitude has to be thinking good about everything you do. It's easy. இப்போ ஒரு ஜாவா ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் டெவலப்மெண்ட் உங்களை ட்ரெயின் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு பெஸ்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸர்ஸ் கிட்ட கொடுத்தோன்னா ஒரு 4 வாரத்தில் யூ வில் கெட் இன் அஸ் அ ஜீரோ knowledge on Java person and coming out as the best knowledgeable Java person. But அது மாதிரியான ஒரு லேர்னிங் இல்லை டீச்சிங் இல்லை எக்ஸ்பர்டைஸ் உங்கள் ஆட்டிடியூட்க்கு எங்களால் கொடுக்க முடியாது. You can't go out today and come back tomorrow as the best attitude person. Will you all agree? Yes. So, you have to own your game. Parents இருக்காங்க, very proud parents. இன்ற பொழுதின் பெரிதுவக்கம் தன் மகனை மகளை சான்றோர் என கேட்கத்தால். இன்னைக்கு நீங்கள்லாம் இந்த அவார்டு வாங்கும்போது அவங்களுக்கு they will be like so much happy. So அவங்களால எவ்வளோ முடியுமோ they invested all their lifetime earnings, savings. Most of your first graduate in the family, first engineering graduate in the family, அவங்களால எவ்வளோ முடியுமோ அது பண்ணிட்டாங்க. But from now on, it's your game. You have to own your game. இதுக்கு மேலே பேரண்ட்ஸ் சொன்னாங்களேன்றதுக்காக படிக்கிறது, டீச்சர்ஸ் சொன்னாங்களேன்றதுக்காக படிக்கிறது, இட்ஸ் நாட் கோயிங் டு ஹெல்ப். It will help you maybe to get into IT, but it will not help you to flourish in whatever job you do. ரொம்ப இஷ்டப்பட்டு கஷ்டப்படணும். So that determines your attitude, right? How I can be a best attitude person? Very simple. எப்படி சார் ஒரு attitude நீங்கள் செக் பண்ணிங்க இன்டர்வியூவில் நிறைய பேர் கேட்கலாம், right? வெரி சிம்பிள். உன்னோட காலேஜை பற்றி ஏதாவது 4 நல்ல விஷயம் சொல்லுப்பா அப்படின்னா ஒரு 20 விஷயம் சொன்னாங்கன்னா he is a best attitude person. கோயம்புத்தூர் உங்கள் ஊரை பற்றி ஒரு 10 நல்ல விஷயம் சொல்லுப்பா அப்படின்னா ஒரு 20 விஷயம் சொன்னாங்கன்னா he is a best attitude person. எவ்வளோ கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் அந்த காலேஜ்லேயோ அந்த ஊர்லேயோ இருந்தாலும் he is looking at the best side of it. He is taking it very positively. He is taking that energy from it and taking it forward. That is what attitude is all about. 20 வருஷமாக எக்ஸாவில் இருக்கேன். It's not a Microsoft or a Google or Amazon, for example. Right? But still, I'm so happy. The best company in the world to me is Exceler. That's why I'm there for almost 20 years now. I joined there as a campus graduate like you. So I'm so happy representing Exceler in whichever college, whichever opportunity I get to do it. So try hard to change your perspective on life. Try hard to be the best positive person in the floor, in the class, in the family. இது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் தான், பட் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக நீங்கள் அதை பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்க அப்படின்னா, ட்ரை பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்கன்னா, இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எத்தனை பேருக்கு நீங்கள் 2 வீலர் ஓட்டுவீங்க? எல்லாரும் 2 வீலர் ஓட்டுவீங்களா? யாராவது இன்னைக்கு காலையில் எழுந்து நான் 2 வீலர் ஓட்டுறதுக்கு இப்படி பண்ண போகிறேன், ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போகிறேன், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கியர் போட போகிறேன், ஓட்ட போகிறேன், லெஃப்ட்டில் சிக்னல் போட்டு திரும்ப போகிறேன்னு யோசிக்கிறீங்களா? இல்லை. It had part of your muscle memory. The attitude also will become part of your muscle memory when you start practicing it. How I can be the best attitude person in the group? அதுக்கு தான் அந்த பாரதியார் கவிதை சொன்னேன். மற்றவங்க மாதிரி நீங்களும் டெய்லி வந்து டீச்சர் சொன்னாங்க, ப்ரொஃபஸர் சொன்னாங்க, இன்னைக்கு இந்த டெஸ்ட்டை எழுதணும், எப்படியாவது எழுதணும் இந்த டெஸ்ட்டை, இதை விட்டால் வேறு வழி இல்லை நம்மளுக்கு, ரைட்? இந்த பர்டிகுலர் காம்படிஷனில் ஃபோர்ஸ்ஃபுல்லாக நம்மளுக்கு என்ரோல் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. டோன்ட் டூ ஆல் திஸ். ரொம்ப இஷ்டப்பட்டு I've been the one selected for this, let me give my 100% to it. There is a story to it. Same Krishna Balagurunathan doing engineering, என்னோட அப்பாவுக்கு ஒரு 3500 ரூபாய் பென்ஷன். I was doing my engineering in one of those colleges. எனக்கு எம்எஸ் படிக்கணும்னு ஆசை, பட் என் அப்பாவால் முடியாது. 3500 இருக்கிறவங்க எப்படி ஒரு யூஎஸ்கோ ஒரு யூகேக்கோ ஒரு 10 லட்ச ரூபா கொடுத்து ஃபீஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. I was so happy today discussing with the dean and principal, ma'am, there is so many outgoing student award, best outstanding student award, all that today. இது மாதிரியான ஒரு award had changed my life upside down. At the end of my 4th year, since I was a class representative, NSS leader, all that, they gave me the best outgoing student award. Not that award, I got that award from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. அந்த ஒரு award என்னோட வாழ்க்கையை புரட்டி போட்டுருச்சு. All I have is that one line in my resume which said received best outgoing student award from my university from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, 100% scholarship guarantee. Even then I didn't able to accept it. 35,000 ரூபாய் கொடுத்து நான் flight ticket வாங்கணும். Correct? The college themselves found a sponsor for me to sponsor my flight ticket also to travel. Then the rest is history. So இது மாதிரியான ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு, as Steve Jobs rightly said, you will not be able to connect the dots looking forward. நான் இன்னைக்கு இதெல்லாம் பண்ணனா நாளைக்கு எப்படி இருப்பேன்னு உங்களால யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. ரைட்? இப்போ என்னால் அந்த ரெட்ரோஸ்பெக்ஷன் பண்ணால் அது மாதிரி ஒரு அவார்ட், நான் அது மாதிரி கிளாஸில் அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக நிறைய விஷயம் பண்ணதால, கொலாபரேட்டிவாக நிறைய விஷயம் பண்ணதால, லீடராக நிறைய விஷயம் பண்ணதால, ஸ்டாஃப்க்கு என்ன ரொம்ப பிடிச்சதால, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு என்ன ரொம்ப பிடிச்சதால எனக்கு அந்த அவார்டு வந்தது. ஸோ ஃப்ரம் நவ் ஆன் மேக் ஹானஸ்ட் அட்டெம்ப்ட் that I'll be the best student, I'll be the best friend, I'll be the best son, I'll be the best daughter for my parents. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக மாற்றினீங்க அப்படின்னா in the next, I'll say 6 months to 8 months, you will obviously become the best positive person without you telling yourself more to do it. That's around attitude. I have spent so much time because இது புரிய வைக்கிறது கஷ்டம். Right? Number 2, communication. Whoever is speaking English is considered as a good communicator gone are the days. உங்கள் வீட்டில் இருக்க உங்களோட அக்கா பசங்களோ இல்லாட்டி ஒரு நெஃப்யூ நீஸ் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 4 வயசு குழந்தை யூடியூப்பை பார்த்து யூஎஸ் ஆக்சென்ட்டில் சூப்பராக பேசுகிறாங்க. ஸோ விச் மீன்ஸ் ஸ்பீக்கிங் இங்கிலீஷ் இஸ் நோ மோர் கன்சிடர்ட் ஆஸ் a good communication skills. How better you can communicate? How is your body language? How well you are able to convey your thoughts? How you are not being very rude when you are not liking something? How you are able to agree on disagreements? All that is very important as part of your communication. That's what we test doing GDs, doing internships, soft skill internships, all that. Try focusing on that. So whoever was introducing those 2 students here, if you get opportunity like this, don't miss it. They would have gone through so much, I know what it takes to stand here and address this 2,000 people in the audience. If you get an opportunity like this, do it. Then only you will not be a spectator anymore. மற்றவங்க பண்ற அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்டுக்கு கை தட்டிட்டு இல்லாம you will be a player from now on. Right? So take honest attempts to do all that, even from a communication standpoint. Be anything. விராட் கோலி பிடிச்சிருக்கா, ஒரு 5 PPT போட்டு talk about விராட் கோலி. Let somebody question you, no, Virat is not best, Rohit is best. Right? You try to answer his queries, you try to agree on disagreements. All that is very important from the communication standpoint. Third, skill set. Let's say if I need to hire the best or the top best students, I don't even need to talk to you. நான் நேராக பிரின்சிபல் மேம் கிட்ட வந்து எவ்ரி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டில் இருக்கிற ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டாப் 10 ரேங்க்ஸை கொடுங்க, ஐம் கோயிங் டு ஆஃபர் தேம் ஆல் த டாப் 10 ரேங்கர்ஸ்னு கொடுத்துட்டு போயிடுவேன். ஸோ விச் மீன்ஸ் இட்ஸ் நாட் ஓன்லி யுவர் மார்க்ஸ், ரைட்? இட்ஸ் அபவுட், because everybody is good in coding now, everybody is good in programming now, right? How is your perspective? For example, you are able to think big. எத்தனை ஹேக்கத்தானில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, எத்தனை சர்டிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் முடிச்சிருக்கீங்க, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள். That will be your USP. That will be your USP in the sense unique selling proposition. ஒரு 10 பேர் ஒரு ஜாவா ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் டெவலப்பர்ஸோ ஒரு .NET ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் டெவலப்பர்ஸோ ஒரு பைத்தான் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் நாங்கள் பேசும்போது அவுட் ஆஃப் திஸ் 10 this 2 stood out because ஜென்செக்கா இருந்திருக்காங்க, got some awards, had done some certifications, done some internship. So let's go with this 2 because they have proven their leadership skills, teamwork skills, collaborative skills, all that. So my request to especially the first year, second year is Don't have your destination as I want to get placed in companies like Exaware, TCS, Infosys, whatever. That should not be your goal. If you have that as your goal, you are actually sinking your goal. I was just saying, Dean sir and I used to run a lot marathon. So I always use this as an example. A marathon is a 42 kilometer. So first year students, think of how I can solve a business problem. It can be anything, right? For example, Ola, right? Think about Bhavesh Agarwal. He was just among you 15 years before, sitting like you. But now he owns Ola. He is going to bring in some dramatic changes to the electric automobile industry. So think from that perspective. There are so many world problems we have. What big world problem can I solve? You will start working on a solution, you will start pitching that solution, you will start working on the tech stack, which is not even, has been taught to you. You yourself do a self-learning. If you do all that, நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு 42 கிலோமீட்டர் ஓடுறதுக்கு நீங்கள் ட்ரெயின் ஆகிட்டீங்க. You are equipped to run a full marathon. எங்களை மாதிரி ஒரு ஐடி கம்பெனி உங்களை ரெக்ரூட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு 2 கிலோமீட்டர் ஓடனா போதும். Think of how easy it will be for all of you to clear that placements or assessments, whatever it is. So start thinking big. Don't have getting placed as your destination. That should be only like 5% of your overall things you want to achieve in the next 3 years, 2 years. So that is what I mean by think big. While doing all this, branding and your networking skills are very important. I know everybody is, Gen Z and millennials, very good in using Insta, Snapchat, all that. I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine because I'm a mentor, right? I have to speak your language. It's okay you use all that. In addition to it, use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is your professional WhatsApp. LinkedIn is your professional Insta. LinkedIn is your professional Snapchat. You can't say weather is beautiful today on a LinkedIn post. You can't say I had the best idli sambar today morning on a LinkedIn post. Correct? All that you can do on an Insta. In LinkedIn, you have to put your accomplishments. If you're not able to put any status on LinkedIn, let's say for 2 months, which means you haven't done any accomplishments in the last 2 months. Literally, you are unknown to the industry, as simple as that. You are hiding somewhere. So we treat it's just like another Aadhaar card. You also have a LinkedIn, but everybody has LinkedIn. So start thinking from that perspective. When was the last time I posted some accomplishments on LinkedIn? Did I finish any new certification in the last 2 months? Did I finish any workshop? Did I acquire some new skill set? Think from that perspective. That will indirectly give you a to-do list. I haven't done well in the last 2 months. I need to start, doing it. All these are technical aspects, right? I'll do a quick recap. Focus on your attitude, focus on your communication, focus on your skill set. While talking about skill set, in addition to branding, don't marry to a skill set which is not going to run for longer. For example, when I got trained on, let's say, mainframes. I got trained on, let's say, Visual Basic. Right? Most of your professors may know it. You would have heard about it. I got training on mainframe for 6 months. I got training on Visual Basic for 6 months. Where are they now? They had become redundant. They had become obsolete. So, you study AML, GenAI, IoT, everything is going to get redundant in the next 10 years or max in the next 15 years. I accept it. So, which is very important. So, which means since I'm not using my mainframes or VB, for example, I'm still there in the industry, which means I've learned GenAI also now. So unlearn what you learned and upskill yourself, relearn what you need to learn. That's the most important skill set you all should possess from now on. So I'm good at this particular technology, but if you're giving me a job on a particular technology also, I'm okay. Which means just because I learned Java full stack very well, I'll be able to learn Python also for you very quickly because my learning ability, my continuous learning ability is more. So you have to give that faith to whomever you are speaking to so that they will think, okay, he is a future-proof consultant or employee for us. So that's around the technology aspect. So about your attitude, about your communication when it comes to skill sets, about your branding and networking, and also continuous learning perspective. While doing all this, one thing is very important. As I said, right, being very positive, we have to be very selfish about our happiness. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா அதை பண்ணணும். It's very tough. Right? மற்றவங்களுக்காக அதை பண்ணவே கூடாது. Right? We have to be very happy in whatever we do. For example, Exaware is a $1.5 billion company. We have 33,000 Exawarians working across globe. Exaware is part of my blood, so I always use Exaware as an example. Companies like Exaware or our company, do you know what's our purpose? Our purpose is very simple. Even in the world of Gen AI, our purpose is very simple and straightforward. Create smiles. You create smiles to your fellow Exawarians, to your partners, to your partner colleges, to your mavericks whom you are hiring, to your customers. You don't worry about the revenue. Revenue will happen automatically. Create smiles. So I want all of you also to be very selfish about your happiness. Don't do anything which is not making you happy. Don't do anything which is not will put a smile on people around you, including your parents, teachers, and everybody else. So be very selfish about your happiness, because it's just one life finally we are living, right? So please make sure that, because sometimes whatever you are facing through might think as a big problem you have. You have to cross a mountain, but I always have some solutions. Like, if there is a solution, let's find it, or else never mind it. There are so many theorems and best practices which you can use not to worry about anything which is not in your control, for example. Which are all the things which you have control over, you will have a standard way to fix it. So, being very selfish about our happiness is the most important thing. As Bharadiyar said, right? எத்தனை கோடி இன்பம் வைத்தாய் எங்கள் இறைவா இறைவா இறைவா. It's such a beautiful world with abundance of positivity and happiness. Let's all strive hard to be the beacons of positivity, creators of smile, and influence of creating smiles for the fellow people and fellow engineers around us. I want to take this opportunity to once again thank Krishna family for having this Krishna with all of you today and giving me this blissful morning. And since I got such a very good reception for my Tamil poem, maybe I want to end up my speech with another Tamil poem. எத்தனை கோடி இன்பம் வைத்தாய் எங்கள் இறைவா இறைவா இறைவா. சித்தினை அசித்துடன் இணைத்தாய் அங்கு சேரும் ஐவுலகிற்கு வியனுலகம் படைத்தாய். அத்துணை உலகமும் வர்ண களஞ்சியமாய் எத்தனை கோடி இன்பம் வைத்தாய் எங்கள் இறைவா இறைவா இறைவா. முக்தி என்றொரு நிலை படைத்தாய், அதை முழுதினையும் உணர்வமைத்தாய். பக்தி என்றொரு நிலை படைத்தாய், எங்கள் பரமா பரமா பரமா. Thank you once again for this such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.